Okay, so today's topic is Omi the Hellcat. For all those who've been living under a rock, allow a brother to explain. If you don't know who this person is, he's supposed to be an influencer on social media, a mogul. He has a YouTube channel. He does vlogs, inspirational. He also talk about business and finances. The man's plastered all over social media. Go check him out if you are not aware of this gentleman. Uh, he's been in a little hot water with the FBI, considering, particularly when he illegally was stealing a lot of TV shows and movies and things like that, streaming it on a stream box, and he had a service called Gears TV. And he was facing situations with that. Well, anywho, a couple of days ago, his house got raided. He got handcuffed. He was took straight to a holding center or jail. His assets are frozen by the government, as well as his wife, Mimi. I believe her name is Mimi. I don't know if that's his wife or his girlfriend, but whatever the case. Her assets got frozen as well. She talked about it on social media, on Instagram. And he also did an interview on television talking about the ordeal. And it's an ongoing process. He didn't really elaborate on why the FBI arrested him, why his assets are frozen, as well as his wife's assets are frozen. And, everybody's doing videos about this for the past couple of days. I've seen some people on their own channels, screen recorded the whole live stream where the house got raided and he was in handcuffs and things of that nature. And everyone is giving their theories. Everybody's putting their aluminum foil tin hats on and speculating, throwing crap on the wall, hoping for something to stick. A lot of people are talking about it maybe because of the Gears TV incident. That's really technically is not resolved, okay? As well as, people are talking about maybe he got caught up in them PPP loan streets and they booking him for that. There's also rumors out there that he was in he committed fraud. A lot of people are throwing that up in the air. The New York Times did an article, and I'm going to try to do my best to pin the article in the comments section if I have time today, by the way. But I probably will do it once I'm done uploading this video. About their intriguing art. They had an article, and it was very intriguing on his situation. And I'm going to throw my little 2 cents out there. I'm going to put my little aluminum foil tin hat on and tell you guys what it may be, why he got arrested. A lot of other people talking about he did an interview for Say Cheese TV, and the government did not like that, so they raided him because of that interview. And he may have said some things in that interview that, he was unaware that he pretty much ratatouille'd himself. I like to say ratatouille. A lot of you guys like to call it snitching. He may snitched on himself. I didn't get to see the Say Cheese TV interview. Anywho, that's what a lot of people are speculating. I will say this about the FBI. The FBI moves on their own time frame. Okay, the FBI is not out to get clicks and views. The FBI don't care or even concerned on the public's interest. The public wants to know. The media wants to know. The government moves in silence. The FBI moves in silence, and they take their time. They make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And best believe they're gonna have like 100-page. I say at least 100-page report. It's gonna look like a book detailing what happened, what took place, why he got arrested, and what charges are against him. And they're going to take their time, okay? They're not going to move just because the public wants to know, or because media wants to know, or YouTubers wants to know. They don't care about none of that stuff, okay? And I guarantee you they got more than, I say they got 300 agents working on this case. Now, I'm going to give you my theories. I'm not going to tell you these theories are 100% accurate. I'm not here to tell you that, this is the reason why he got arrested. Okay, so please save all the drama in the comments section. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you my theory, okay, of what's going on. I feel like the reason why the FBI pinched him is because it has to be a new crime. And that new crime links him to his older charges, and they're going to use that as evidence as far as indicting him. And they probably been watching him for the past several months. Okay, the FBI don't care about you doing a video on the FBI. I got sieged by the FBI, or I got arrested. They don't care about all that drama on social media, because the FBI is not into drama on social media. And they don't care about you did an interview on Say Cheese TV, okay, or what you've been doing on social media. A lot of people feel like the reason why he got arrested because he flosses way too much on social media. I don't think the FBI is concerned, nor they care about what you're flossing on social media TV. What you flossing on social media, okay, or on television or whatever. I do feel like this is this is a new charge, and I feel like they've been watching him for the past several months. And they said, okay, now's the time we're going to arrest him. Now, Omi got his lawyers. He's got a multi-million-dollar lawyer team that's going to fight for him. And they're saying the right things on social media. His wife, as well as him, saying that they're going to beat these charges, and they're just going to rebuild and rebrand again, just because they took his money, and they're going to probably take his cars again. That doesn't, that's not going to stop the hustle, and he's just going to redo it again. Also, a lot of people are talking about his shoe line and how it infringes, with the Jordan brand, and maybe the FBI is arresting him on that. Normally, if you do copyright, if there's copyright issues, I don't think the federal government or the FBI is going to take it to that extent as far as raiding your home and arresting you. They knew he was there, folks. Okay, they knew exactly where he was. Okay, and I feel like that's why they pinched him. And I feel like it's because of some new evidence or a new charge that they're going to use as evidence against their major case against Omi and the Hellcat. And a lot of people saying he may see some prison time. Okay, now I don't think it's now I will say this, and I'm treading very lightly on what I'm about to say. Okay, so he lost his fortune the first time around with the FBI. So he had to re-up and remake this money again, because he lost that money. He lost those cars, okay? Not sure if he lost his home or anything like that. And all I'm saying is for him to be where he is right now, it would have took him an extremely long time to even get halfway to the point where he is now, or he wouldn't have been able to do it in the first place. Okay. And when you rise that fast, you're going to take a lot of shortcuts. Now, remember now, all this stuff happened, his troubles started happening last year. And he said, coming from his own mouth, he lost that fortune. The government took that fortune. So he had to re-up, rebrand, and re-hustle again. And make that money back. Because he lost that money. Because his assets were frozen from banks. You have to take a lot of shortcuts to get to where you at right now. Remember, he just now bought a fleet of cars. I remember him doing several videos talking about, he's going to rebuy this car. He's going to rebuy the whatsoever. And, he started talking about going into other things like merch. He was going to be pushing the merch strong and hard. He came out with a shoe line, so that type of hustle, you're not going to make that type of money overnight doing that type of hustle unless you're cutting a lot of corners or unless you're going to take shortcuts, which, by the way, when you playing that hustle game, it's a blurry street. It's a blurry line. And sometimes you have to do a little dirt to get where you want to go. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Maybe he did something illegal to get to the point where he's at right now. Okay? Because it's not like Omi and the Hellcat had a multitude of businesses that he owns. Okay? He wasn't a multi-billionaire. I really don't know nor I'm concerned about how much money he makes, and I don't want any fans of his thinking I'm sneak dissing him. I just look, to get where he's at, he had to cut a lot of corners because that was a fast come up, folks. You don't lose everything and get to the point where you are today without taking a few shortcuts, without doing a little dirt, without getting your hands somewhat dirty in the legal game, the illegal game. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I had another thought, and I lost that train of thought. But I feel like if I keep talking, I will bring out the second reason. But if I don't, I apologize. I'll comment later on. I don't want to make this video as long as it's already going to be, by the way. So, yeah, I feel like that's one theory. He probably, to get to where he was at, he had to probably take a lot of shortcuts. And, here it is. Normally in these proceedings, when the FBI is putting a case on you, and y'all got to realize he was free as a bird, and he was going to be free until he gets his time to speak, until he get his day in court. And they wasn't really pressing on him hard. Okay, they sort of let him be. They just let him, do you. Okay. And normally when you see something like that transpire, where the government still has a case against you, but they're allowing you to do what you want to do, I feel like there was some, I'm about to butcher this name. I'm about to butcher this word. Excuse me. There were some pre-discussions between Omi and his legal team and the FBI and their legal team. And there were some parameters where, okay, we'll let you do X, Y, Z, and B if everything you saying to us lines up properly. As long as you're not withholding anything from us, we're just going to let you do you. Okay? And I feel like when he signed that dotted line, maybe he wasn't totally honest about, because he had to give up a lot of stuff. He had to, okay, you don't have any offshore accounts. You don't have, you don't have any shell accounts. You don't have any other accounts, bank accounts in the world. Okay, you're what you telling us is 100% facts. You laid everything on the table that what you have that's to your name. And he said, yeah, what I told you guys and what I have given to you guys, that's all I got. Okay, that's all the info as far as finances go. And maybe he wasn't being totally truthful, and maybe he hid a lot of that money that the government did not siege in other accounts, in shell accounts, or in his wife's account. And I feel like that's what got him caught up. Because the one thing about the FBI, they're going to dot their I's and cross their T's, and they're going to turn over every little leaf, no matter how big or how small it is. And if you tell them that if you sign or if you have an agreement with the FBI and you saying you're being upfront, honest, this is all me, I'm not hiding nothing. And then when they do their investigations and find out you were hiding something, now it's game over. Now they're saying, okay, he thinks we're playing. Let's pinch him. Let's grab him and show him we mean business. And that's why I feel like a lot of people slept on when his wife said that the government froze her assets. A lot of people slept on that information, but I was like a squirrel. I kept that nut in that tree, and I said, well, wait a minute. Let me do some, figure out why would they freeze her assets. And I feel like maybe he was hiding some of that money that was that he got from those illegal activities. Maybe he was hiding that money in her account, and maybe he was hiding that money in other accounts. And when the government had a parameter on the table saying, hey, look, if you be honest with us, we'll be honest with you. Okay, if you good to us, we're going to be good to you. All right, so what you're telling us, this is all the info on you when it comes to you, your finances, all that, right? You're being honest with us. And Omi probably said, yeah, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not hiding anything. And maybe that's the reason why the government raided his house and arrested him, because after their investigation, they found out, well, wait a minute, he was hiding money. But one could also say they probably already knew that. And they were just waiting for it to, they were just waiting for more and more evidence to build on him. Maybe they already knew when they had that discussion and they had that agreement. Maybe they already knew that he was lying in the first place. Maybe they already knew and they wanted him to, catch it. They wanted him to fall on his own testimony, on his own words. And that's only going to strengthen their argument that this man is not trustworthy. We talked to this man. This man told us flat out that what he had on the table was the truth. We gave him time. We told him, look, make sure that all of your, all of this is, you're being truthful. You're being honest. And maybe he wasn't. And that can also be a reasoning why, remember I said earlier in the video, he lost a fortune from the government. In normal situations, when people lose their fortune from the government, it takes them a long time to get halfway to what they were. It took Omi a matter of months to get to the point where he's at today. He didn't have to take a huge L financially, even though they frozen his assets, they frozen his accounts, they took his cars. He was still flipping it, and the come up was fast. And I feel like one or two things could transpire. Either the government was not aware of the other money that he hid, or they already knew he hid money. They just wanted him to hang on his own rope, sort of say. His own, situation. So now when they press him in even harder, it's going to be hard for him to come out of this fully free. He's going to be probably doing some prison time, definitely going to be doing some prison time, paying huge fines, and they're going to take everything, even his brand. They're going to take his brand. And I hope he was honest. Man, when you dealing with the FBI, they already got you, okay? And I want to also say this. In today's era, a lot of these people that do criminal things or take shortcuts, they flex and flaunt it on social media. And you guys are making law enforcement's job a lot easier. Not harder, a lot easier. So, like I said, that's just my theory. I'm not 100% true that this is the actual reasoning behind him getting arrested. Now, he's free as a bird, but I don't think he's going to be free as a bird much longer. And the FBI is going to be thorough. They're going to be slow. They're going to take their time. They're going to trip him up in a major way. And I'm not surprised. It wouldn't surprise. Now, the only way he can avoid jail time if he rat on others, or if he rat on someone who profit even better than him. I feel like that's the only way he's going to avoid jail time. Or he can be a reason how to get these scammers that be stealing, television and movie services and cashing in on them and making a profit on. If he knows if he knows the hook, if he knows how to get that set up and make a lot of money on that, and he can basically get rid of most of these people that's stealing stuff like that, then that's probably another reason why he can avoid some jail time, but he's not going to avoid a lot of jail time. All right, he has to be a tool for the government. All right. And I wish the man the best of luck. Hope, if he do get jail time, he don't get a lot of jail time. And I hope his wife don't get any jail time, because that is that's illegal to do. Taking some funds from him, and these funds and he made these funds illegally, and you're putting it on your account. I mean, you might as well just say you was in on it as well as anybody else that was probably doing it, as well as, he may have banks in Switzerland. He may have banks overseas where, He wasn't being truthfully honest to the government when they, when they were in negotiations. And I feel like that's the reason why he's arrested today. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Guys, tell me what you think. Comment below. And yeah, I'm gonna try to have the link to that New York Times article, and I'm gonna put it in the description, as well as I'm gonna have the link in the comment section. You guys can read it for yourself. It's your boy. I'm up out of here. Deuces.